we know that a lot of people have, struggled to make it, make a living. And when social media came, it was like, wow, finally, I can afford to be on I just need my data. I just need to have a phone, a good phone. I just need to snap good pictures, and I can do my business online. And now, the federal government is planning to chook eye inside our matter. Please, ladies, help me. What do you think about this?
Nigerians are not people who really love to pay taxes. Nobody. Nigerians, some people in some environments where you go abroad, they are used to it. Yeah. They make a budget for it. They are ready that these deductions will come out of their whatever they earn weekly or monthly. They're not bothered about it. But we see NEPA at our door. We have used light to. We say, I want to cut my wire. If we see water corporation, why should I pay for water? It's not free that God gave us. If you see anything, Nigerians love to get their things free. And that has largely affected how we do things. And this also is how the big man, who has all the money, thinks. Is it the people who have not been able to provide certain amenities for that we're taxing? People who can afford to get on the health insurance scheme, as cheap as it is. People whose yearly income cannot, no matter what they do. So when you go to the markets and they already pay on capture taxes. We just took the EcoMog boys now collecting money, to pass people. So with no taxes every day, people pay taxes, but rather than do the right thing, remove the paddy and capture the tax that should be for government. Yeah.
So what are you saying? I want to get you. Are you saying that social media should be taxed?
Social media should be taxed. But before it is taxed, don't we have other places that we should correct?
Got that.
All right. Yeah. So for me as well, I understand the need for taxes. I mean, theoretically, we know what it's meant to do. And in countries that work, we see how the taxes reflect in the amenities that people have to, amenities and facilities that are available to the people to use. But our story here, where people would say, well, we pay taxes. Well, my road is still bad. I still do not have light. I still do not get water. I still do my own water. I still come together as an estate, put monies together, and we make the road better. So why am I paying taxes when I do not see how it's being used? Many people are earning money in such a way that they are comfortable now, and that's all through social media. And I feel that government should encourage this more. We had someone yesterday from the Lagos Employment Trust Fund, and they're saying how they're always seeking to get more people to do jobs. And she talked about digital marketing, and that is the social media we're talking about. Yeah. And I feel that it's still also very new. And when you look at the numbers of the sort of people that are on social media doing business, they're quite young people. Students are on there. Housewives who haven't been to, haven't pursued their career in a long time. People who have like a side hustle, everyone is on there. So before we tax this, let's give them some time. Let's give people some time to get in there and make businesses. Let also the government use the opportunity to improve and encourage entrepreneurship that we're trying to do. And that's the platform. But once you start to tax it now, I think it would be, the government would sort of stop the good that's already coming from there. Many people would want to withdraw from using that and find different means. But for now, I think we should leave social media. And as Nima said, there are just so many other avenues that we can push and capture our taxes better, because we're not even doing that right now.
Like, social media is used for business. It's a creative space. It's also an avenue to showcase ourselves to the world. I would say a lot of youth have done so well for themselves on that platform. And also, they've been able to project the image of the country to people who may not have seen them. Just like the case of Emanuela. Yeah. She was a young girl. True. If that platform was being taxed at that time, I don't think she would have been able to explore that opportunity. The Ikorodu boys, too. These are people who have done so well in showcasing Nigeria to the world on a positive light, which is what we are advocating for. Which is also because we see a lot of bad news about the country. We see people talking about this, talking about that in the country. But with people like this that have been able to use this platform rightly.
Shouldn't we encourage them?
Yes, they are doing the country proud. They are putting the name of the country on a global map, which is more of what we should encourage. These are people who didn't grow up in... they are making money now. They are doing well for themselves now. That young girl built a home for her parents.
Yes.
You understand? They are doing well for themselves now. But if we introduce the tax system, it would discourage a lot of young talent.
There's this line of thought that says the federal government did not provide these platforms. Why are they interested in taxing the platforms they did not provide? The platforms were provided by other individuals who saw the markets in our country and decided to bring what they had here because they knew that Nigerians would take hold of it and do something. And the intention of the platforms, I don't even think it was necessarily for business initially, but we just found a way to, we can sell anything in this part of the world. Now, why does the government want to impose on something it had no intentions of creating for Nigerians originally?
This is my argument. Don't take from the tax the poor and exempt the already rich. Tax is supposed to be take from the rich and create amenities so that the poor, there will be equity or a balance of wealth in society. That's what's supposed to be. But the way we do it here, we further impoverish certain groups of people and further enrich certain groups of people. It shouldn't work like that. The wealth of the rich should find a way to create platforms for the poor and balance of wealth within society. It will curb traffic robbery, the type that Papa is witnessing now. Yeah. It will curb, door to door. It will curb a lot of things. People will then have dignity in the way they live. All these yahoo, all these things will reduce.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.